Good morning.
And welcome to Pécs. We're in the southwest corner of Hungary, in the fifth largest city of the country, which is about 2,000 years old.
Yeah, it was originally settled by the Romans way back in like the 4th century and later by the Turks. So it's got a lot of sort of historical remnants of those kind of eras, a lot of Roman ruins, a lot of Turkish ruins around the city.
Plus, this was actually my university city, so I studied here for over 5 years during my uni times, so it's nice to come back.
So yeah, we're going to have a little explore around the city today, show you all of the best things to see, but first we're going to go and grab some coffee and some food because we are very hungry. It's cold and we had a very early start, so we're going to get going.
So we're just wandering around Zselici Square, which is basically the heart of the city. Like, there's loads of cafes and there are loads of famous buildings around here, very iconic ones.
Yeah, and one of them you can see just behind us there, which is the Pasha Kasim Mosque, which is a really good example of like the mixture of religions over the centuries in this city. Because you've got the exterior being of Ottoman design, but the inside is now converted into a Christian church. And then on the roof, you've got the crescent of Islam and the cross of Christianity together on the top. So it's a really cool like mixture of religions, and you see that all through the city. So one of the things you notice most about Pécs when you first arrive is just sort of the Mediterranean feel and look of the place.
Except the weather today, because it is pretty cold actually.
Yeah.
Well, it's November, so it's
Weather's
fine.
not doing us any favours,
No.
but believe us, it is very Mediterranean-y. Compared to like Budapest in the north, which is very European in feel and look, it's very, very Mediterranean sort of feel.
So one of the places you notice this Mediterranean feel the most is along this street we're walking on, which is called Király Street. It's just off Zselici Square where we were a few minutes ago. It's a very famous and very popular street to walk along because it's got loads of little boutique shops, galleries, a lot of cafes. Obviously they're not open at the moment, it's a bit early, plus it's very cold to sit outside. But trust me, during university time and when it's like spring, summertime, this street is buzzing with people.
So we're now in the Zselici Cultural Quarter, which is a short walk from the city centre, and this area kind of sprung up around the renovated Zselici factory buildings, which were once owned by Vilmos Zselici, the famous ceramicist, because Pécs is very, very famous for its ceramics as well.
Yeah, and around the time Pécs was chosen to be the European Capital of Culture in 2010, so the renovation started around that time, and now it's just a beautiful area, very recreational. You can look at the art galleries, all the ceramics around here.
So we've just had a quick bite to eat and stopped very briefly at Pécs Cathedral, which was beautiful. And now we are hiking up out of the city to the TV tower right up on the hillside.
Which is the tallest building in all of Hungary. I can't remember the last time I've been up there, we were just talking about it. It must have been like at least 10 years or something like that. So I'm quite excited to come back and see the view, especially with the autumnal colours.
So we're very close to the summit now, very close to the TV tower. It's quite a long walk. It's taken us a good hour from Pécs. Depending on your pace, could take like an hour and a half, something like that. It's also not the easiest to navigate. The paths are very windy and confusing, but if in doubt, just keep following the yellow triangle, because that was our...
It'll lead you to the TV tower for sure.
Yeah, so now we're about to get to the tower, and then we're gonna head on up and hopefully get some great views out over Pécs.
So, welcome to the tallest building in Hungary.
So the tower is 626 meters tall, and like I said, it's the tallest building in all of Hungary. And you really get a sense from up here just how flat the country is. Not a lot in the way of hills, but it means the views are stunning. So definitely worth going to the top of the TV tower. The views are incredible from up there. It is extremely windy on the top. I don't know if that's just because we had an extremely windy day today, but just, yeah, take care when you're up there. There is a really nice restaurant up there as well, where you can get something to eat with those amazing views out over Pécs, and the restaurant is a lot warmer than it was outside, so a really nice place to go out to eat if you are in the area. Hi.
Got
Hey.
that right.
Yeah.
So on your way down from the TV tower, make sure you check out the Nike statue overlooking the city of Pécs. The statue was built in 1975 and celebrates the 30th anniversary of Hungarian liberation from German occupation at the end of World War II. You get fantastic views of Pécs from this vantage point. Another great spot to visit before you leave the city is the Church of Our Lady of the Snows, which is a small Baroque church built in the 18th century. Outside, you'll be able to admire the TV tower from a great vantage point, and we'll also get to appreciate the European Tree of the Year for 2019, which stands in front of the chapel. We weren't even aware there was such an award, but it certainly is a pretty tree.
Okay, so we're just leaving Pécs now. It's been a really, really nice day.
Yeah,
Really
although it was pretty windy.
very, very windy. But no, Pécs has been beautiful, like really, really nice city.
It was nice to be back.
Definitely. And probably a lot quieter than Budapest as well. Like if you're looking for a slightly quieter and less touristy Hungarian experience, I think Pécs has got a lot going for it. So definitely worth checking out.
We left Pécs yesterday and now we came to an area very close to Kaposvár called Zselici Csillagpark, which translates to Zselic Park of Stars.
Yeah, and that's a really appropriate name because in 2009 this area was actually granted International Dark Sky Park status. It was actually the first one in Europe to get that status, along with Galloway Park in Scotland, and that just means that the light pollution here is incredibly low. So on a clear night you can see the Milky Way and the stars really, really clearly. There's an observatory building here, there's the lookout tower tower behind us, and they run lots of exhibitions and tours around here which you can take part in.
So obviously, as you can see, we're here during the daytime, so we won't be able to see the nighttime sky. And even if we were here at night, we've not got the right camera gear to actually capture it. So we're just gonna insert some photos about what you can expect to see if you come here during the night with a good camera. So we're a bit further north now. We come to my favourite area in Hungary, which is called Lake Balaton. It's the biggest lake in Central Europe at 77 kilometers long, and we Hungarians actually refer to this as the Hungarian Sea. It's not a sea, it's a lake, but we refer to it as our sea, and it is very popular with tourists, especially Hungarians, but a lot of people come from abroad as well to visit this area.
Yeah, there's a lot of distinct areas around Lake Balaton. The south shore has a lot of beaches and sort of resorty areas, whereas the north is a lot more hilly and full of hiking trails and vineyards and stuff like that. Come to the Badacsony region, and we're going to do a little hike up the mountain called Badacsony, which is sort of an old volcanic hill, and there's a nice little lookout at the top, so hopefully we're going to get some really nice views over the area. Okay, so we're just heading down from the viewpoint now. You do get amazing views from up there, but it was a little bit hazy today, which was a little bit of a shame. We are here in November, so it's a little bit quieter at this time of year, but for good reason, because everything is just closed. There's not a lot of restaurants open.
The main season here is the summer and maybe early autumn, like September, October time.
So if you want the best Balaton experience, probably suggest coming in the summer. But if you want a slightly quieter experience, then maybe the sort of autumn time, springtime is a better option.
Although we're off season in Hungary, I'm so happy that we came at this time of the year because we managed to catch the last of the autumnal colours, which we completely missed in the UK because of the weather conditions weren't great.
Yeah.
So I'm very, very happy.
No, they've been gorgeous
Yeah.
everywhere we've been in this sort of area of Hungary. We've really enjoyed our time down here in the southwest of Hungary. We hope you've enjoyed sort of looking around with us. And yeah, we've got really exciting things planned for the future, so stay tuned for those videos. So we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.